This is your sign. Archangel Michael is watching. Don't scroll, listen to this. Pause your hands and your thoughts right now, because this message didn't reach you by accident and your heart needs this right now more than you realize, and if you feel even the slightest pull to stay, that is already confirmation that this message is for you. Listen carefully. There are moments in life when the universe interrupts your routine, not to scare you, but to protect you, and Archangel Michael is watching you in this exact moment, not from judgment, but from guardianship, because something in your energy shifted recently and it caught heaven's attention. Don't scroll. This isn't random content, this is alignment speaking, because you've been standing at the edge of a decision, a thought, a pattern, or a connection that felt familiar but heavy, and Archangel Michael says you were about to move out of habit instead of truth, and that's why this sign arrived now. Listen to this. When signs appear with urgency but feel calm at the same time, it's not fear, it's protection wrapping around you. Your heart needs this right now because you've been carrying questions silently, wondering if you're overthinking, wondering if your intuition is real, wondering if you should keep waiting or finally let go, and Archangel Michael says the fact that you're questioning means awareness is awakening, not confusion. Don't scroll, because awakening doesn't come with fireworks, it comes with subtle moments like this, where something inside you says, "Stay, listen, this matters." Listen to this. Lately you may have noticed repeating numbers, 1111, 222, 444, appearing when you're lost in thought or emotional, and that's not coincidence, that's the universe tapping your shoulder, reminding you that you're not alone in this transition. Your heart needs this right now because awareness changes timelines, and staying present right now is already shifting what comes next. Don't scroll. Archangel Michael is watching because you were about to repeat a cycle you've already outgrown, not because you failed, but because comfort sometimes disguises itself as destiny, and this sign arrived to remind you that growth doesn't always feel comfortable at first. Listen to this. Protection doesn't always look like rescue, sometimes it looks like pause, interruption, or a sudden sense of wait. Your heart needs this right now because waiting here is wisdom, not delay. Don't scroll. This message is also touching your love life, your soulmate path, because when protection activates, it often does so around the heart, and Archangel Michael says the love meant for you will not arrive through anxiety, confusion, or emotional exhaustion, it will arrive through clarity and peace. Listen to this. If someone recently pulled away, went silent, or showed you inconsistency, that wasn't rejection, that was redirection, because your heart is being guarded from repeating emotional lessons that were never meant to become lifelong stories. Your heart needs this right now because real love does not require you to shrink, chase, or doubt yourself. Don't scroll. Spiritual awakening often feels like emotional sensitivity at first, like you're noticing more, feeling more, questioning more, and Archangel Michael says that sensitivity is not weakness, it's discernment waking up. Listen to this. Discernment helps you sense what aligns before logic catches up. Don't scroll. This sign also comes because your energy has been clearing, you've been shedding old beliefs, old fears, old versions of yourself that survived but didn't thrive, and when that happens, protection steps in to make sure you don't step backward out of comfort. Your heart needs this right now because forward doesn't always look dramatic, sometimes it looks like choosing peace over familiarity. Don't scroll. Archangel Michael is watching because you are closer than you think to a turning point, not the kind that explodes, but the kind that quietly repositions your life, your love, and your sense of self. Listen to this. Turning points don't announce themselves, they reveal themselves to the aware. Don't scroll. Awareness is why you're here, why you stayed, why this message feels personal, because it is, and Archangel Michael says the universe doesn't send signs to those who aren't ready to receive them. Your heart needs this right now because readiness isn't about knowing everything, it's about being open enough to pause. Don't scroll. You may feel a mix of emotions right now, relief, curiosity, even tears without knowing why, and that's because something inside you recognizes truth when it hears it. Listen to this, truth doesn't argue, it resonates. Don't scroll, this is only part one, and it arrived to anchor you, to hold your attention, to gently say, stay aware, because what comes next depends on whether you listen or rush past. Your heart needs this right now because staying present protects you from missing what's meant for you. Don't scroll. Archangel Michael confirms this softly but clearly. You are being watched over, guided, and protected in this moment, not because something bad is coming, but because something better is forming, and staying aware right now is the doorway. Listen to this. This message didn't end here, it opened something, and if you stay, if you keep listening, the next part will reveal what this sign is preparing you for, and why seeing it right now changes everything. Don't scroll, stay right here, because if you're listening to part 2, Archangel Michael is now speaking to what happens after the sign, and your heart needs this right now because signs are not sent to impress you, they are sent to position you. Listen carefully. The moment a sign reaches you, the universe begins adjusting around your awareness, not after, not later, but immediately, and Archangel Michael says that's why you may have felt a subtle shift since hearing the first message, like something inside you settled even if nothing outside changed yet. Don't scroll. This message is for you because after a sign appears, the next phase is discernment, learning how to read what stays, what fades, and what no longer feels aligned, and Archangel Michael says discernment is protection disguised as clarity. Listen to this. You may notice that your tolerance for confusion has dropped, for mixed signals, for draining conversations, for emotional back and forth that once felt normal. And that's not you becoming cold, that's you becoming aware. Your heart needs this right now because awareness doesn't add noise, it removes it. Don't scroll. After a sign, patterns begin to reveal themselves more clearly, not to overwhelm you, but to help you see without attachment, and Archangel Michael says when patterns become obvious, it means the lesson is complete. Listen to this. Completion doesn't always feel like celebration, sometimes it feels like quiet acceptance. Don't scroll. You may have recently felt drawn to pause, to slow down, to reflect, even if your life usually pushes you to rush, and Archangel Michael says this pause is intentional, because clarity arrives in stillness, not speed. Your heart needs this right now because rushing would pull you back into old cycles. Don't scroll. This part of the message is also touching your emotional world, because when signs appear, emotions often surface, unresolved feelings, memories, or questions about love, and Archangel Michael says this surfacing is healing, not regression. Listen to this. Healing brings truth to the surface so it can be released, not relived. Don't scroll. If you've been thinking about someone from your past, a connection that never fully closed, a love that felt unfinished, this is not coincidence. This is your heart asking for clarity, and Archangel Michael says clarity does not always mean reunion. Sometimes it means understanding why it ended. Your heart needs this right now because closure creates space. Don't scroll. Soulmate energy responds strongly after signs, because signs recalibrate your vibration, and when your vibration shifts, so does the type of love you attract, and Archangel Michael says the love meant for you now will not feel like emotional work, it will feel like emotional safety. Listen to this. Safety is the foundation of lasting connection. Don't scroll. If someone new appears or an existing connection changes tone during this phase, pay attention, not with fear, but with curiosity, because alignment reveals truth gently. Your heart needs this right now because curiosity invites wisdom. Don't scroll. Spiritual awakening deepens after signs, not through constant seeking, but through observation, noticing how your body reacts, how your intuition speaks quietly before your mind takes over, and Archangel Michael says this is where trust begins to form. Listen to this: trust grows when intuition is honored. Don't scroll. Signs from the universe don't stop here, but they change form. Instead of loud repetitions, they become subtle confirmations, conversations aligning, opportunities appearing naturally, emotions settling, and Archangel Michael says this means guidance is now working with you, not around you. Your heart needs this right now because cooperation replaces resistance. Don't scroll. After a sign, your relationship with fear changes. Fear still whispers, but it no longer controls, and Archangel Michael says fear loses power when awareness is present. Listen to this: awareness doesn't eliminate fear, it puts it in perspective. Don't scroll. You may feel moments of uncertainty, wondering what exactly is changing, what you're supposed to do next. And Archangel Michael says uncertainty here is not a warning, it's an invitation to stay present. Your heart needs this right now because presence keeps you aligned. Don't scroll. This phase is about integration, allowing the message to settle into your nervous system, so your choices come from calm rather than urgency, and Archangel Michael says calm choices create stable futures. Listen to this: stability is not boring, it's grounding. Don't scroll. Your intuition may guide you to step back from certain conversations, habits, or environments without explanation, and Archangel Michael says you don't owe clarity to anyone who doesn't respect your boundaries. Your heart needs this right now because boundaries protect energy. Don't scroll. After signs appear, life may test alignment gently, offering familiar options to see if you've grown. And Archangel Michael says this is not temptation, it's confirmation of growth. Listen to this: you don't fail tests by noticing them. Don't scroll. This phase also brings compassion for yourself, for past decisions, for the version of you that didn't know better yet, and Archangel Michael says compassion completes the lesson. Your heart needs this right now because self-judgment blocks progress. Don't scroll. You may notice that you're less reactive, less eager to prove yourself, less attached to outcomes, and Archangel Michael says this detachment is not indifference, it's confidence forming quietly. Listen to this: confidence doesn't need validation. Don't scroll. After a sign, time begins to feel different. You stop feeling behind, rushed, or pressured by invisible deadlines. And Archangel Michael says this shift means you're no longer racing against yourself. Your heart needs this right now because peace changes pacing. Don't scroll. The universe responds to awareness by simplifying your path, removing unnecessary obstacles, and aligning you with what resonates. And Archangel Michael says simplicity is clarity in action. Listen to this: complicated paths drain energy. Don't scroll. This message continues because staying aware is the key, not forcing action, not demanding answers, but staying open and grounded. Your heart needs this right now because openness allows guidance to flow. Don't scroll. Archangel Michael confirms gently. The sign you received has already begun working within you, recalibrating your emotional compass, refining your intuition, and preparing you for the next reveal. And if you stay present, if you continue listening, the next part will show you how this sign protects you from repeating what you've already outgrown, and why awareness right now determines what enters your life next. So stay here, don't scroll, because the message is still unfolding. Don't scroll, stay with this moment, because if you are here for part 3, Archangel Michael is now speaking to what the sign is actively protecting you from and what it is quietly preparing you to receive, and your heart needs this right now because this is where awareness turns into real transformation. Listen carefully: after a sign appears and awareness settles in, life begins revealing what would have happened if you had continued on autopilot, not to scare you, but to strengthen your trust in divine timing, and Archangel Michael says this revelation is protection becoming visible. Don't scroll. This message is for you because you were closer than you realized to repeating a cycle that looked familiar but would have cost you peace, energy, or self-respect, and the reason it felt tempting was because old patterns often wear comforting disguises. Listen to this. Comfort is not always alignment. Sometimes it is simply habit asking to be chosen again. Your heart needs this right now because breaking cycles requires clarity, not force. Don't scroll. Archangel Michael wants you to understand that protection does not always remove temptation, it strengthens discernment, and that's why lately you may have felt torn between what felt easy and what felt right. Listen to this, that tension was not confusion, it was growth. Don't scroll. The sign arrived to sharpen your inner voice so you could hear the difference between intuition and emotional memory. And Archangel Michael says emotional memory often pulls us backward while intuition guides us forward. Your heart needs this right now because recognizing that difference changes everything. Don't scroll. After the sign, your emotional body began releasing attachments you didn't even realize were still holding on, attachments to validation, to being understood, to outcomes you once thought defined your worth. And Archangel Michael says this release may feel uncomfortable at first, but it creates space for alignment to enter fully. Listen to this, space is where miracles land. Don't scroll. You may notice that certain conversations no longer satisfy you, certain explanations feel unnecessary, certain people feel distant without conflict, and Archangel Michael says this is not loss, it is energetic realignment. Your heart needs this right now because not everything that fades was meant to stay. Don't scroll. Soulmate energy is deeply involved in this phase, because when protection activates, it guards the heart from connections that would delay healing rather than deepen it, and Archangel Michael says the love meant for you will not arrive through anxiety, inconsistency, or emotional guessing games. Listen to this, love aligned with destiny feels steady, not consuming. Don't scroll. If you've recently felt less interested in chasing emotional intensity and more drawn to calm understanding, that is not you losing passion, that is your nervous system choosing safety, and Archangel Michael says safety is the foundation of lasting love. Your heart needs this right now because chaos was never meant to be your normal. Don't scroll. Spiritual awakening deepens here through discernment, not detachment. You are learning to feel without drowning, to care without overextending, and to love without losing yourself, and Archangel Michael says this balance is wisdom lived gently. Listen to this, wisdom doesn't numb emotion, it anchors it. Don't scroll. Signs from the universe may now feel quieter, less repetitive, because you are no longer being redirected, you are being reinforced, and Archangel Michael says reinforcement comes when trust is forming. Your heart needs this right now because trust stabilizes intuition. Don't scroll. You may feel moments of doubt in this phase, questioning whether you imagine the sign, whether you're reading too much into things, and Archangel Michael says doubt often appears when growth becomes real, because the ego fears losing familiar control. Listen to this, doubt does not erase truth, it tests commitment. Don't scroll. Protection also shows itself through delays, doors that don't open no matter how hard you try, conversations that stall, plans that dissolve unexpectedly, and Archangel Michael says these delays are mercy, not denial. Your heart needs this right now because forcing doors leads to exhaustion. Don't scroll. After the sign, your intuition may urge you to slow your responses, to pause before committing, to observe instead of react, and Archangel Michael says this pause is sacred because it prevents emotional decisions from becoming permanent consequences. Listen to this, pause is power. Don't scroll. This phase is also about reclaiming your energy, noticing where you've been giving too much without return, explaining yourself to those who don't listen, or holding space for situations that drain you, and Archangel Michael says awareness brings self-respect back into focus. Your heart needs this right now because self-respect protects destiny. Don't scroll. You may begin to feel lighter as attachments dissolve, not euphoric, but grounded, like your inner world is finally unclenching, and Archangel Michael says this lightness is alignment settling into the body. Listen to this, alignment feels like relief before joy expands. Don't scroll, your relationship with time also shifts here, urgency fades, patience feels natural, and you stop racing invisible deadlines. And Archangel Michael says timing aligns when fear releases. Your heart needs this right now because rushing invites regret. Don't scroll. This part of the journey teaches you to trust redirection, to see closed doors as protection rather than punishment, and Archangel Michael says every door that closed recently did so to keep you from repeating something you already mastered. Listen to this, mastery doesn't require repetition. Don't scroll. You may feel compassion surfacing for your past self, the one who stayed too long, tried too hard, or accepted too little, and Archangel Michael says compassion completes the lesson without shame. Your heart needs this right now because healing does not punish. Don't scroll. Protection also prepares you quietly for what's next, strengthening your boundaries, clarifying your desires, and stabilizing your emotions so you can recognize what aligns without doubt, and Archangel Michael says preparation often feels invisible until the moment arrives. Listen to this, readiness reveals itself through calm. Don't scroll. As this part settles, notice how certain fears feel smaller, how clarity feels closer, how trust feels more accessible, because that is protection doing its work. Your heart needs this right now because safety allows expansion. Don't scroll. Archangel Michael confirms this gently but clearly. The sign you received did not just warn you, it repositioned you, and what comes next will only unfold if you remain aware, grounded, and present, because awareness is the key that keeps protection active, and in the next part, you'll discover how this awareness opens a door that was never accessible before. A door that only opens when you stop repeating the past and start choosing consciously. So stay here, don't scroll, because the message is still unfolding and what comes next matters. Don't scroll, stay present with this message, because if you are here for part 4, Archangel Michael is now speaking to what opens when protection, awareness, and trust finally align. And your heart needs this right now because this is the phase where many people unknowingly step away, thinking the work is done, when in truth, this is where destiny quietly begins to respond. Listen carefully. Once protection has redirected you and awareness has stabilized your inner world, something subtle but powerful happens. Life starts meeting you halfway instead of testing you constantly. And Archangel Michael says this is not coincidence, this is resonance. Don't scroll. This message is for you because you are entering a season where alignment no longer feels like effort, but like cooperation, where things don't fall into place perfectly, but they stop resisting you, and that shift alone is confirmation that something has changed deeply within you. Listen to this, when life stops resisting, it's because you stopped forcing. Your heart needs this right now because ease can feel unfamiliar after years of struggle. Don't scroll. In this phase, opportunities appear differently, not as urgent chances you must grab or lose forever, but as steady openings that wait for you to approach calmly, and Archangel Michael says openings that wait are meant to last. Listen to this, what rushes you is rarely aligned. Don't scroll. This is also the phase where your inner authority fully activates. You stop asking everyone what they think, you stop needing constant reassurance, and you begin trusting the quiet knowing inside you that doesn't shout but doesn't disappear either. And Archangel Michael says this knowing is your true compass. Your heart needs this right now because guidance only works when it's honored. Don't scroll, your emotional landscape continues to shift here, reactions soften, triggers lose intensity, and moments that once pulled you into overthinking now pass through you without attachment. And Archangel Michael says this emotional neutrality is not numbness, it is mastery. Listen to this, mastery feels calm, not cold. Don't scroll, love and soulmate energy also evolve powerfully in this phase, because when awareness holds steady, you no longer confuse emotional activation with connection, you begin recognizing love by how safe you feel, how respected you feel, how calm your body feels in someone's presence, and Archangel Michael says this is how destiny reveals true compatibility. Your heart needs this right now because safety is sacred. Don't scroll, if someone re-enters your awareness during this phase, not necessarily physically but emotionally, through memory or thought, it is not to pull you backward, it is to show you how much you've changed. And Archangel Michael says noticing the difference without longing is growth. Listen to this, growth is recognizing without returning. Don't scroll, spiritual awakening matures here, not through more information, but through integration. You begin living what you once only understood, choosing boundaries without guilt, rest without justification, and truth without apology. And Archangel Michael says this embodiment is rare and powerful. Your heart needs this right now because living truth stabilizes destiny. Don't scroll, signs from the universe now feel almost conversational, subtle nudges, quiet confirmations, moments of alignment that feel personal but gentle. And Archangel Michael says this is because you are now trusted to notice without being shaken. Listen to this. Guidance whispers when trust is present. Don't scroll, your relationship with time continues to heal here, urgency dissolves, patience feels natural, and waiting no longer feels like punishment, and Archangel Michael says timing aligns when fear releases its grip. Your heart needs this right now because rushing would pull you out of alignment. Don't scroll, this phase also reveals your strength differently. Not through endurance, but through choice, the strength to say no calmly, to walk away without resentment, to stay silent without suppression, and Archangel Michael says this quiet strength protects your future. Listen to this, power does not always announce itself. Don't scroll, you may notice that certain ambitions shift here, not shrinking, but refining, goals feel clearer, motivations feel purer, and you stop chasing outcomes that once symbolized worth, and Archangel Michael says refinement is destiny sharpening focus. Your heart needs this right now because clarity accelerates manifestation. Don't scroll, challenges may still arise, but they will feel navigable, solvable, not personal attacks, and Archangel Michael says this is because awareness removes emotional over-identification with obstacles. Listen to this, obstacles are information, not judgment. Don't scroll, after protection and awareness integrate, you begin to recognize red flags instantly, without drama, without emotional spirals. And Archangel Michael says this discernment prevents repetition without bitterness. Your heart needs this right now because peace does not require confrontation. Don't scroll, compassion deepens here. Not just for yourself, but for others. You see people as they are without needing to fix them or prove anything, and Archangel Michael says this compassion frees you from emotional entanglement. Listen to this, compassion without attachment is wisdom. Don't scroll, you may feel moments of anticipation now, not anxious waiting, but a grounded sense that something meaningful is approaching. And Archangel Michael says this anticipation is intuition synced with timing. Your heart needs this right now because intuition speaks softly before manifestation arrives. Don't scroll, this phase prepares you for reception, not just of opportunities, but of joy, stability, and connection without fear. And Archangel Michael says reception requires openness without urgency. Listen to this, you receive what you are ready to hold. Don't scroll. As this part settles, notice how much quieter your inner world feels, how decisions feel lighter, how your body feels less tense. Because this is alignment stabilizing, not fading. Your heart needs this right now because stability is the ground from which everything grows. Don't scroll. Archangel Michael confirms this gently but firmly. You are no longer being tested, you are being trusted, and the door that opens next will not require struggle to walk through, because you have done the work of awareness, protection, and trust, and staying present in this phase will reveal why everything unfolded the way it did, and in the next part, you will understand how this alignment prepares you for a moment of choice that solidifies your future path. So stay here, don't scroll, because what comes next will bring clarity you've been waiting for. Don't scroll, stay right here until the very last breath of this message, because if you are listening to part 5, Archangel Michael is now speaking to the moment when alignment asks you to choose from truth instead of habit, and your heart needs this right now because this is the quiet crossroad where destinies shift without noise. Listen carefully. After protection has redirected you, awareness has sharpened you, and trust has stabilized you, life gently presents a choice that doesn't look dramatic from the outside but carries deep consequence on the inside, and Archangel Michael says this choice is not about doing more, fixing more, or proving anything. It's about choosing differently even when the old option still exists. Don't scroll. This message is for you because growth is tested not by removing the past entirely, but by giving you the option to return to it and seeing whether you still want to. Listen to this. Familiar paths may resurface now, old opportunities, old connections, old thought patterns that once felt comfortable, and Archangel Michael says they return not to trap you, but to confirm your transformation. Your heart needs this right now because confirmation comes through choice, not avoidance. Don't scroll. This is the phase where emotional maturity becomes visible, not because you feel nothing, but because you no longer react automatically. You pause, you feel, you observe, and you choose, and Archangel Michael says this pause is where freedom lives. Listen to this. Freedom is the ability to choose calmly. Don't scroll. You may notice that your body responds faster than your mind now, a sense of tightness, peace, warmth, or resistance guiding you before thoughts intervene, and Archangel Michael says this is intuition fully embodied. Your heart needs this right now because intuition speaks through sensation before language. Don't scroll. This part of the journey is deeply connected to love and soulmate alignment, because when you reach this level of awareness, you stop choosing partners, connections, and dynamics based on chemistry alone, and start choosing based on how safe, seen, and steady you feel, and Archangel Michael says this shift protects your heart from repeating emotional cycles disguised as romance. Listen to this. Love meant for you will feel like recognition, not emotional labor. Don't scroll. If someone from your past crosses your path during this phase, whether physically or emotionally, it is not an invitation to go backward, it is an opportunity to witness how far you've come, and Archangel Michael says noticing the difference without attachment is a sign of completion. Your heart needs this right now because completion brings peace. Don't scroll. Spiritual awakening reaches a grounded depth here, not through visions or constant seeking, but through everyday decisions made from awareness, choosing rest instead of burnout, honesty instead of avoidance, boundaries instead of guilt, and Archangel Michael says these small choices create large timelines. Listen to this. Destiny is built through daily alignment. Don't scroll. Signs from the universe become quieter but more precise now. You may notice angel numbers appear immediately after a conscious choice, reinforcing trust, not before panic-driven decisions, and Archangel Michael says this confirms that guidance now responds to your presence. Your heart needs this right now because presence amplifies alignment. Don't scroll. This phase can feel almost anticlimactic, because there is no chaos, no dramatic breakthrough, no emotional explosion, and Archangel Michael says this calm is intentional, because what lasts is built without urgency. Listen to this: peace is not the absence of progress, it is the foundation of it. Don't scroll. You may feel moments of doubt, wondering if you should feel more excited, more certain, more energized, and Archangel Michael says doubt often appears when the nervous system is adjusting to stability after long periods of emotional turbulence. Your heart needs this right now because safety can feel unfamiliar before it feels natural. Don't scroll. This part also invites you to release the need to announce your growth, to explain your decisions, or to seek validation for choosing differently, and Archangel Michael says silence rooted in confidence is power. Listen to this: not every choice needs witnesses. Don't scroll. You may notice that your circle feels smaller now, not because you lost people, but because alignment naturally filters who can walk with you into the next chapter, and Archangel Michael says fewer connections with depth are worth more than many with noise. Your heart needs this right now because depth nurtures the soul. Don't scroll. This phase strengthens self-respect quietly. You stop negotiating with discomfort, stop tolerating what drains you, and stop minimizing your needs to keep peace, and Archangel Michael says real peace does not require self-betrayal. Listen to this: honoring yourself protects destiny. Don't scroll. Challenges may still appear, but they no longer feel personal. You meet them with curiosity instead of panic, and Archangel Michael says this neutrality allows solutions to surface naturally. Your heart needs this right now because clarity thrives without emotional overload. Don't scroll. After choosing differently a few times, something profound happens. Your nervous system learns safety, your intuition strengthens, and your confidence becomes embodied, not performative, and Archangel Michael says this embodiment is rare and powerful. Listen to this: embodied confidence does not seek approval. Don't scroll. This phase also prepares you for receiving without sabotage, because you are no longer driven by scarcity, fear of loss, or the need to prove worth, and Archangel Michael says receiving requires trust more than effort. Your heart needs this right now because abundance responds to openness. Don't scroll. You may feel a gentle anticipation now, not anxious waiting, but a quiet sense that something meaningful is approaching, and Archangel Michael says this feeling is intuition aligning with timing. Listen to this: intuition senses arrival before manifestation appears. Don't scroll. As this part settles, notice how choices feel lighter, how fear feels less convincing, how peace feels more accessible, because this is alignment holding steady, not slipping away. Your heart needs this right now because consistency creates stability. Don't scroll. Archangel Michael confirms this with steady assurance. You are not being rushed, tested, or pressured anymore. You are being invited to choose consciously, and every conscious choice you make now solidifies a future that no longer requires struggle to sustain, and staying aware in this phase ensures that what arrives next will meet you where you are, not where you used to be. So stay present, stay grounded, and stay here, because the final part will reveal how this conscious choosing locks in the path ahead and why everything you've experienced was leading to this exact moment. Don't scroll. Stay with me until the very last word, because if you are here for the final ending, Archangel Michael is now speaking to the ceiling of your path, and your heart needs this right now because this is the moment when awareness becomes destiny, when protection becomes permission, and when the quiet choices you've been making finally lock in the future you've been sensing. Listen carefully. This is not an ending where everything suddenly explodes into clarity. It's an ending where everything settles, where your nervous system recognizes safety, where your spirit recognizes alignment, and Archangel Michael says this settling is the clearest sign that you are exactly where you're meant to be. Don't scroll, this message is for you because you stayed, and staying is awareness in action. It's the choice to listen instead of rushing, to feel instead of escaping, and that choice alone has already shifted something important. Listen to this: when awareness holds steady long enough, life reorganizes itself around it, not dramatically, but deliberately. And Archangel Michael says this reorganization has already begun in ways you may not yet see. Your heart needs this right now because trust grows in what you can't control but can feel. Don't scroll. The reason this message feels calm instead of urgent is because urgency belonged to your past chapters, the ones built on survival, proving, and chasing, and Archangel Michael says those chapters are closing without noise because you no longer need them to define you. Listen to this: endings that arrive peacefully are the ones that truly last. Don't scroll. Love and soulmate energy are deeply protected at this stage, because you are no longer magnetized to confusion, emotional guessing games, or intensity that drains you, and Archangel Michael says the love meant for you will recognize your steadiness as home, not boredom. Your heart needs this right now because real connection grows in safety. Don't scroll. If you've felt less attached to outcomes lately, less desperate for answers, less afraid of waiting, that is not indifference, that is confidence becoming embodied, and Archangel Michael says embodied confidence doesn't announce itself, it simply holds. Listen to this: holding is power without force. Don't scroll. Spiritual awakening reaches its most grounded expression here, not through visions or endless searching, but through presence, through choosing peace without apology, through trusting your body's signals, through honoring boundaries without guilt. And Archangel Michael says this is awakening lived, not imagined. Your heart needs this right now because living truth stabilizes the soul. Don't scroll. Signs from the universe continue, but now they feel like quiet companionship, a number appearing after a calm decision, a conversation aligning effortlessly, a sense of reassurance without explanation. And Archangel Michael says this is because you no longer need to be warned, you are being supported. Listen to this: support replaces correction when alignment holds. Don't scroll. There may still be moments when fear tries to whisper, reminding you of old outcomes, old disappointments, old hesitations, but Archangel Michael says fear has lost authority now. It can speak, but it cannot decide. Your heart needs this right now because authority has returned to you. Don't scroll. Your life will not suddenly become perfect after this, but it will become honest, and honesty removes unnecessary suffering, unnecessary detours, unnecessary emotional labor, and Archangel Michael says honesty is the doorway to peace. Listen to this: peace is not earned, it is chosen. Don't scroll. You may notice that what once felt heavy now feels optional, that what once drained you now feels distant, and that what once confused you now feels clear. And Archangel Michael says this is not because life changed, but because you did. Your heart needs this right now because transformation is internal before it is visible. Don't scroll. This final phase is about reception, receiving clarity without fear, receiving love without suspicion, receiving opportunity without self-sabotage, and Archangel Michael says reception requires openness more than effort. Listen to this: effort was necessary before awareness, now openness leads. Don't scroll. You are no longer being tested, delayed, or corrected. You are being trusted, trusted to choose calmly, trusted to pause when needed, trusted to walk away without drama. And Archangel Michael says this trust is the greatest protection you could receive. Your heart needs this right now because trust stabilizes destiny. Don't scroll. As you move forward from this moment, your choices will feel quieter but more powerful, smaller but more impactful, and Archangel Michael says that's because you are no longer trying to escape your life, you are participating in it. listen to this, participation creates fulfillment. Don't scroll. If you've felt a gentle anticipation lately, not anxious waiting but grounded readiness, that is intuition sensing alignment ahead, and Archangel Michael says intuition always knows before the mind catches up. Your heart needs this right now because readiness invites arrival. Don't scroll. This ending is not a goodbye, it's a confirmation, a seal placed on the work you've done internally, the awareness you've cultivated, and the trust you've earned through patience. Listen to this, patience always pays quietly. Don't scroll. Archangel Michael offers this final reassurance, steady and unwavering. You are protected not because something bad is coming, but because something meaningful is forming, something that requires you to be grounded, present, and self-trusting to receive. Your heart needs this right now because peace precedes fulfillment. Don't scroll. Take a breath here, feel how calm your body feels, how clear your mind feels, how settled your heart feels, because that is not temporary.